Welcome to Lounge TV. I'm Uncle Larry and we're going to do a chilling and grilling episode. This we are going to make something I've never made before and I've wanted to. Well, I've wanted to make raviolis. But this is a little bit different. We're going to make shrimp raviolis. Now, I found a recipe online. I can't remember something, Italian something guy, but he was using lobster and shrimp. I just want to use shrimp.
Proud Italian.
Huh?
Proud Italian.
Proud Italian. So shout out to him, but I just want to use shrimp. So guys, first thing you want to do is get your dough for your raviolis. Now, we didn't want to show this because we've already showed it twice now, once. If you want to see how to make dough for raviolis, check out our
fettuccine alfredo video, which we actually just posted last, if I'm not mistaken. I'm telling you.
But we didn't show how to make the dough though, did we in that?
Did we?
I thought we told them to watch the video where we made the dough.
Regardless, we'll put up the correct video that you guys need to reference.
Yeah, there'll be a video up for you guys to check it out.
Thumbnail that'll pop up in the bottom right corner, and you'll see the link in the description.
Yes. So I don't want to put all the ingredients out right now that we're going to do. We're going to do this one step at a time. So this is done and it's resting. You got to let that rest for like 20 minutes. So in the meantime, I'm going to take my shrimp and I'm going to cook that. Now, guys, what I have going here, I have 2 pounds of shrimp, by the way. Deveined and detailed.
That's large shrimp.
It's large, but you don't have to have large. You can have any size shrimp because this can cut up in very small pieces, so it doesn't matter the size.
Small shrimp,
okay.
less cutting.
What I have going in here right now, guys, is I have a can of beer. Doesn't matter what kind of can of beer, it's a can of beer. You can use whatever kind of beer you want to use in there, it doesn't matter. It's just a little bit for flavor. I have about a can of beer, can of water, not a can, but about equal, cup of water, and we have some Old Bay going in there right now. So I'm going to put them in there very carefully so I don't get burned. And then I'm going to get a spoon so I can stir them up in there. Make sure they're all covered in the liquid. There we go, guys. I'm going to let them go. Keep an eye on them. As soon as they turn, and I've cooked shrimp many times for you guys, and it's just when they're not translucent anymore. Is when they turn white and they're not translucent. That's when you know that they're done. So we're going to let that go for a few minutes and keep an eye on that. And then in the meantime, well, actually, there is no meantime. We got to wait for that to get done. And then cut it all up in little pieces so we can actually make the filling for the raviolis. All right, guys, when the shrimp is cooked to your liking, which should be all the way done, where it's as you can see, it's not opaque, put it in an ice bath. Huh?
It's steaming.
It should be, because it's hot shrimp on ice right now. But you want to put it on an ice bath because you don't want it to cook further, because you don't want rubbery shrimp. There's nothing worse. I do not like rubbery shrimp. I like it just like that. Delicious shrimp. A little hot, but it's delicious. So, let that cool off a little bit more, and then we're going to cut it up in little pieces. So, the ingredients that you're going to need for the filling right now, actually it's not even for the filling, for the next step. We're going to need olive oil, we're going to need parsley, we're going to need garlic, and a shallot. So a large shallot. So we're going to use this whole thing. We're going to use 2 cloves of that. We're going to use 2 teaspoons or something of that, and this is just to cook it in. We're going to need other ingredients for the filling, but this is all we need right now, guys. First thing you want to do, guys, is add a little bit of olive oil to your pan. There is no measurement for this. Just going to add a little bit in there. Let me see. Turn my flame on, and we're going to add our shallots in there.
Nice and minced.
Yes, nice and minced. That's that whole shallot. This is our 2 cloves of garlic minced. This is fresh garlic. We used a press for this. We're gonna get them going. Let me get something to stir that stuff around. We're gonna get them going a little bit in here for a couple minutes, and then we can go to the next step. Oh, by the way, you're going to want also about 2 heaping teaspoons of chopped parsley and about 2 heaping cups of shrimp diced into small little pieces like that. And that's it for the filling for right now. So we're gonna get this going, and I'll go to the next step when we're ready. Guys, I added a little bit more oil in here because you want more oil than what I initially put in there. And now it's to the point now, wish you guys could smell this, is that I'm going to add my parsley in there. And then I'm going to add the shrimp in there. And you want to get that in there, and then you want to try to get that all covered.
It's all mixed up.
Remember, the shrimp's already cooked, so it's not like we're cooking the shrimp now. You just want to kind of just get it all infused together. Might want to turn my flame down a little bit now. There we go, guys. There we go. Smells delicious right now. Now, what you want to do is turn that off and let that cool down. So take that off of that burner and let that just cool down now, guys. Then we go to the next step. Next step you want to do, guys, is have your mixture here that's all cooled down, and you want a half a cup of ricotta cheese. Pop that in there. Like so.
Lots of ricotta.
Yes, and a tablespoon, heaping tablespoon of mascarpone. This is the first time I've ever even used this stuff ever. Now I can put this, it's funny because, you know, I tasted it. Tom tasted it too on the side. I'll put a little extra in there, who cares. It really doesn't have much of a flavor, guys. It's kind of weird. It's, if I had to describe it, it was like a Cool Whip. Yeah, so I'm going to constantly do this, mix this all in there nice and good. Listen to that. Doesn't that sound lovely? And that's going to be our filling, guys, for the ravioli. And hopefully, it's going to be delicious. What do you think, Tom?
Well, better be.
Yeah, there we go. Looks like it came together pretty nice there. Okay, so now I can put that aside, and now I can get my dough ready, and then we can make our raviolis. So guys, you want to go ahead and get your dough ready like so. I have an electric, what do you call it, press now, dough press, whereas before we had the manual one. And so far it's working pretty good. So I'm just getting a little flour on my cutter here, and what you're going to do is you're going to make as many of these as you can. Kind of twist it a little bit so that you make sure it's cut all the way through, because if it's not, it's a pain in the neck, right?
Yep.
And then we're going to go all the way. I'm just going to go right next to each other.
Try to maximize your raviolis.
Last time we already practiced one time so that we can show you on camera. See, as you can see, cuts them pretty good. Now here, I could probably, it might be even better if I go off to the side. Like that. And this is a 3-inch pasta cutter right here. See if I can.
Kind of stagger it a bit so you can try.
Yeah, if I can. I don't even know if it'll work because it's not really that wide. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it makes much of a difference which way I go with this. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We might get 7 out of this one, it looks like, Tom. I don't think we'll get 8.
Doesn't look like it.
Maybe. Let's see. 7. Yes, we will.
Nice.
Okay, there we go, guys. And now, make sure that you get all this dough like so. Oops. Trying to hang on. You see how it's trying to hang on?
Yep.
There we go. There we go. And we're going to keep this, and we're going to make another thing of this in case we need it. So you have this all together. Now I put a little salt in here too, guys, because my wife tasted it and she said she thinks it needs a little bit of salt. So we added a little salt in there. So I'm going to take a spoonful of this.
A little bit of salt?
Put it in the center there. Not too much, because if you put too much in there, they won't close properly. So, as you can see, don't put too much in there, because we already learned. And it's kind of like you got a little, oh, you know what? Let's just show you this. Take it all off now, guys. And the reason why is because Larry forgot a step.
Oh no.
It's almost like building a shed. You have to use your egg wash on these guys first.
But what is an egg wash?
It's just egg. And did we put water in this?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and just a little splash of water in there, guys. And then you're gonna just coat these like this. And then you put your, you know, I'm just gonna do 3 of these right now, Tom, so we can show them. Well, I had enough one here for 4, so.
All right.
Just so that we can show them what we got, what we're going to do here. Now, guys, now don't get too much of it. Like I said, put a little bit there in the center. Okay, a little bit there in the center. Your fingers are going to be in this, so make sure you got some clean fingers. There we go.
Fingers?
Fingers. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now, what you're going to do with this, guys, is take this. I'm trying to get where you can see it with the camera, Tom. You're going to fold this in half like this. Push that down with your fingers right there.
Like a crescent shape.
Yeah, and then take your fork and just go around it like this.
So kind of like dumplings.
Exactly, yeah. So go like that, and then you should have a cookie sheet with flour on it like this, and then just take it and place it on your cookie sheet for now, and then set it aside. And like I said, this is a little time consuming, but this should make around 30 raviolis, which is a decent amount. There we go, like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with all these, like that. If you can get a little line going with some helpers, that would work out real good too. And I'll do this one here, like that. Press it down. Do the old crimp it. Just crimp it. Just crimp it. There we go. Like so. Put that there. And I'm going to go and do these. And I'll just keep doing this process until I have used all my dough up. And it's pretty simple. So guys, for the sauce, what we have is we just have some marinara sauce. Is that what you said? Marinara sauce, and what we did was we put some heavy cream in there, guys, just to make it like a blush sauce in there. You can use whatever sauce you want. I was going to make some vodka sauce from scratch, but because of what I did with how long it took for the raviolis, we decided we're just going to use this sauce.
As you can see over here.
Yes. So next step is we're just warming this up, and we can start actually cooking. Delicious. We also have some chopped up basil here too, guys. We have some oregano too, but the basil is what or parsley, yeah. The basil is what we're gonna sprinkle on top. So let me get cooking these raviolis now.
How many raviolis did we make anyway?
I think we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
33.
14, 21, 28, 33.
That's a lot of ravioli.
That is. Let me get cooking them. So guys, what I'm going to do is take my raviolis and start just dropping them in here like this. They will float when they are done.
That's how you know?
Filling's
Yep.
already cooked.
Yeah, the filling's already cooked, so we're just cooking the noodles on the outside.
Oh, that one's already done.
I meant to buy the tool that you're supposed to have for this. It should take about 2 minutes, I think, for this.
That's about how long fresh pasta takes to cook,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
There we go, there we go, there we go. And the last 3, there we go. All right, there we go, guys. We'll let them go until they're done, and then we will show you the next step.
I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, me too. All right, so what I'm gonna do, guys, some of these are floating already, so I'm gonna take them out. This is a slotted spoon, so get that liquid out of there. How many do you think you're gonna want, Tom? 4? 5?
More than that. We'll start with 5. But more. Come back and get it.
I'll get 5 on there, like that. And what I'm gonna do now is get a little sauce on here.
Just a little sauce.
Just a little sauce. A little more sauce.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Okay, we're gonna do that. I'm also gonna take some of these.
That's something you don't want.
Turn the flame down because we don't need all that going on right now. Take a couple pieces of the fresh basil in there, and I know what Tom likes. Same thing that I do. Let me find it in here. Somebody hit it. Some fresh Parmesan.
Ah, yes. How could we forget?
There we go, guys. So there we have it.
There we have it. Boy, does that look good.
Okay, guys, now for the best part. I'm going to tell you if this was all worth it or not, right here.
My money's on yes.
My money is on. I'm probably going to burn my mouth right now. Definitely worth it. I'll tell you what, it's a little time consuming, but there's nothing like fresh raviolis. You know, obviously. There's nothing like fresh food to begin with that you make yourself. Definitely try this. You have a lot of time on your hands, or you always wanted to make fresh raviolis. Now guys, the one part where we cooked them all, you don't have to do that. You can actually put them in the freezer on a cookie sheet in the freezer, and then put them in Ziploc bags afterwards and freeze them, and then you can use them whenever. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Till next time, grab yourself something cold to drink. Put your feet up and relax. Wait a second. I'll meet you at the lounge.